episode of She Speaks with Startup Women Connect Asia. So I'll be your moderator for today. For today, our guest is Erika Jaymee Rodica. So she is the founder and CEO of Erika Swimwear. So yeah, I'm very excited for this talk of Erika because a lot of people, she'll be talking about how to create an effective social media plan. So a lot of people, especially nowadays, since everyone is online, all of your customers are online. So this is the perfect time to learn more about it. So hi Erika, how are you?
Hello, I'm good.
Yes,
Excited to
yes.
share.
Oh, great, great. Okay, so without further ado, I'll maybe you can share your screen.
Yeah, sige. Here, there.
Okay, we can see it.
Good. Oh, start na ba?
Yes, yes, go ahead.
Okay,
Yes.
go. Okay. So hi everyone. So I'm Erika. So today I will share with you guys on how to create an effective social media plan. So before everything, I just want to let you guys know what to expect. So we'll be defining your brand, we'll be identifying your audience, create and schedule content, and some tips for social media planning. Okay, so this is me. This is right now. This is my personal Facebook brand, which I actually just launched on April 8th, just this few. So and then there. So I'm surprised I got a few followers already. So I guess they like what I had to share. So later I'll share with you guys ano yung nandyan. And then this is my swimsuit brand, Eka Swimwear. So I started that April 2014. So 6 years ago. And now we have also more followers, around 200,000 plus on Facebook and then 70,000 on Instagram. So there, I will be sharing you guys more about how I do the content, social media planning, and everything. Okay, so let's start. So number one, evaluate your social media presence. Because right now, whether you have a business now or you want to start yet or your personal brand, you think of where do you want na platforms to start in. So I would suggest to choose 2 to 3 social media platforms and stick to it. Kasi anything more than this, lalo na pag sa beginners, it's super hard to manage, guys. Dalawa pa lang, it's so much na, like Facebook and Instagram pa lang. So there, so choose 2 which you think na you'd be able to maintain more and then just focus on that. Okay. Next, so that's very, very easy. And if right now you have your existing social media platforms, basta establish nyo lang na, okay, I will stay here on Facebook and Instagram and maybe also on YouTube. Next, define your branding. So this one is very, very important. So everything you are, everything you say, everything you do represents your brand. So yan lahat. So everything that you're gonna put out there, everything na sinabi mo, your captions, that's already your brand. That's why it's important to define it. So what's your brand composition? Your brand composes of your vision. So these are the ideas behind your brand and it gives you a clear direction to your business. So ito yung, what do you want your brand to be? Ganyan. What do you want them to think about or visualize when they see your brand or when they see you. Yeah, next is your voice. So your voice is how a brand conveys its personality and it keeps all marketing communications consistent. So example of a brand voice is parang ikaw, what's your personality? Are you like funny? Are you serious? Are you straight to the point? So describe your brand's personality and then maybe just give, for me, I start with like maybe 5 adjectives on what describes you or your brand as a person. Parang humanize your brand. And then with that kasi, you'd be able to create captions or create content that would convey how your brand's personality is. Okay, so parang if you say na your brand is very serious, tas bigla kang naging funny, parang medyo, you know, hindi siya connect. So yeah, and then next is your visuals. So visuals, everything that you put out there that people can see, your logos, your posts. So these are images, logos, photos, and designs you use to promote your business. So madami pa to, brand visual, but just to give you a summary, these includes your logo, your colors, the fonts that you use, and yeah, the overall feel. So maybe just right now establish a logo, and then the fonts that you use, and the theme. Do you want it to be minimal, or do you want parang medyo pop art style, or mga ganyan? So determine all of these, your vision, your voice, and your visuals, and these all composes of your brand. Okay. So there. So I'll share with you one post. This post is from my personal brand, and pumutok siya. As you can see, there are 4,400 likes in, I don't know, a few days. So I just pinned it on the page. So this one kasi my personal brand. So it's me. So how I want this to be, this brand is for people to be, to share what I know about entrepreneurship to other people, and to encourage them as well that if I can do it, kaya rin nila. So yeah, and then so that's my caption. So I agree with Simon Sinek, ganyan. So it's very parang light and very relatable. I try to make it very easy to understand. I don't put so much technical stuff because that's not me. That's not my brand. So yun. So and then I have a photo right there. So it's actually very similar to my swimwear brand because I want it to be all white, all minimal, parang fresh feeling. Ganyan. So that's just me in my store. And people responded very well to it. I was surprised to see it. And so yeah, there are comments right there like, she said, my first love is to have a clothing line and I believe I can do it. So nakarelate siya agad to that. And some people are sharing also. There are 65 shares, and these ones I like. Marang, I'm so inspired. I can one day soon, because that's what I want them to feel na kaya din nila yon. Okay, just one step at a time. So yan. Okay, so number 3, once you've defined your brand, once you know which social media platforms to be on, you should know your audience. So know what your customers want most and what your company does best, and focus on where those two meet. So it's very important that you know who your customers are, who your audience are, because it will be easier for you to create your content and to set the tone on how to talk to them, how to speak to them. Like, yun nga, yung example ko kanina, so I want to inspire people. Yun sila, yung mga gusto nila. So and they resonated with the caption immediately. So how do you define your audience? To identify them, these are a few questions you can ask. So age, location, job title, their income, their pain points, and their most used social networks, kung nasaan ba sila. So it's important to be very specific here. So maybe you can even create a story. You say that my customer is mid-20s girl who is working in corporate. This is for Erika swimwear. Working in corporate, and she loves traveling on the weekends. But she's so busy na wala na siyang time to shop. That's why her pain point is to not be able to go to the malls to shop. That's why we have, here comes our online store. So it's easy for them to be able to shop there. And where do I find them? I find them on Facebook and on Instagram. So, yeah. So these are the girls. To dive in more to my audience, these are the girls, who like wearing cute swimsuits, ganyan, and then, with aesthetic photos. So as much as possible, we also post content that have very nice visuals. Yan, para pag nakita nila, I want to look like that in the beach kapag suot ko rin. Okay, so next, once you've defined your audience, you set your goals. So as with anything, it's very, very important to set your goals. Because a goal without a plan is just a wish. So how are you gonna get to your goal tapos wala ka namang step-by-step plan to get to that goal? Walang mangyayari because believe it or not, guys, trust me, even it happened to me na I said, I want to be successful. Pero wala akong plan, wala akong ABC, wala akong steps. So, it just lingered on and wala namang nangyari talaga. Parang I just want it, but I'm not doing anything to strive for it because I wasn't also pushing myself. Hindi ko rin siya masyado pinag-isipan. So that's why in order for you also to create social media content that you really want that fits your brand, pag-isipan natin, guys. Kahit one day lang yan, just sit on it. Okay, we have to set smart goals setting. So it has to be specific, it has to be measurable, it has to be attainable, relevant, and time-bound. Para it's easy for you guys to be able to evaluate it moving forward. Pero later pa yon. So yan, so set muna the goals, whatever it is, kung what you want to achieve for your social media plan. So this is an example, actually a template of how I set goals or how I plan my posts. So there's the goal, awareness, engagement, conversions, and then the consumer. So like, kunyari, my goal is to engage people, right? So the objective is to turn customers into advocates. And then how do we measure this? By comments, likes, and mentions. So if yan yung goal natin, if yan yung gusto nating ma-achieve, what type of content do we post? So maybe it can be a question or a provoking thought or what else? Yan, basta anything that will engage the customer. And then conversions, which would drive leads and sales and measurable by purchases, websites, and email sign-ups. It could be a product post or a service post, whatever it is that you're offering, diba? Yan. And then there's also awareness, and yan, you can also post your testimonials, your feedbacks, yan, so that people will always remember you. Next, ito na. So create content. So most people think that when you're planning your social media plan, when you're planning what you're gonna post, you're gonna create na agad the content. You're gonna, ito yung lalagay ko, ito. But no, it's just step 5, guys. 5 pa lang yan. So yeah, so that's why it's important that you know who to talk to, you know yourself or your brand, diba? And you know your goal, the goal of your content, in order to come up with a content that fits all of that. Yeah, so what are the types of content, meaningful content that you can create? There are images, there are videos, blog posts, ebooks, podcasts, webinars like this one, infographics, template, and checklists. So yeah, so these are the more popular ones. The template and checklist, these are the ones on IG story, diba? You see that, guys? Where you tag people and then you share the same post. So I would like to say that that type of post is an engagement post because people get to share it a lot and then they comment, they tag their friends, and at the same time, hindi nila napapansin, they keep on sharing your post pero nandun yung logo mo. So, you know, so people also see, parang, eventually, some people, they will, sino kaya to? They'll go to your website, ganyan. But at the same time, you're still creating value. Okay, and then blog posts are also ones, kahit short lang, on your website about your products, about your service, or anything related to your, whatever it is that you're offering to your brand. So here is an example of the content that we're making. So for Erika Swimwear, you'll see that these are mostly photos lang. Photos lang muna tayo. So yeah, so there's our logo on the upper left side. Tapos swimsuit. So you can see it's all white, it's all parang fresh lang and clean. And then here on our post with text, it's just our colors, gold, mint, then black, and then our fonts as well. So because of COVID-19, guys, we had to switch production from swimsuits to PPEs. Kasi, first off, walang lumalabas ng bahay ngayon. So, walang nagsiswimsuit. And at the same time, we have to make a living. My employees, my team has to make a living as well. And the third is there's shortage in PPEs. So, as much as possible, we also want to help in producing this because we have the materials, we have the production area, diba? So why not? Why not do it? And because of that, yeah, we're also able to help our team na may living pa rin sila. But I told you nga, diba, branding is important. So if you see on the lower left side, there's a photo there, washable face mask. It's still, even though it's not swimsuit, it's still the same itsura as the others. It's still white, it's still airy, it's still, you know, unlike yung mga, it's still parang very positive when you look at it. Not parang, ay, PPE, oh no. So yeah. So the tone also with us on the PPEs, there's a post that we posted that we're saying na, oh, let's, summer should not be dull because of being locked in the homes. Yeah. So we put the photo there is a very, very lime green colored mask. So yeah. So anyway, so yeah, you get what I mean with all of that. So still, whether, diba, whatever it is, you try to still stick to your branding, to your tone, and to your visuals. And tip I can give you is to create your content in batches. So what do I mean by this? For example, you've established that you want to create maybe a quote. Diba, uso yun nga yung mga quote every day. So once a week, you post quotes. So that will be 4 quotes in 1 month. So gawin mo na siya lahat agad in one sitting. Because, and whatever it is content mo na, you try to do it in one sitting, in one batch, or maybe in a few days. Because whenever you do that, you're already in your creative zone. So it's very easy for you to just ride the flow of your creativity. Diba sometimes it's very hard na you're like working, thinking numbers, businesses, biglang switch ka to creative, to art, tapos biglang babalik ka na naman. Parang it also reduces your productivity. So if, diba, for that, I would suggest, guys, you create your content in batches, whether it's videos, whether it's photos, whether it's writing your blog posts, para ma-maximize natin yung creativeness. Next is you can also get inspiration everywhere. So whether you're taking a break, you can still get your inspiration from whatever it is you see. Kunyari, may nakita ka, like in the restaurants, diba, sometimes there are very nice designs, interiors there. Take a photo, save it on your phone. Or if you're reading something, you read a quote, you save it also on your phone, write it down. If you see something on Instagram, screenshot it. It's endless. So just get inspiration everywhere, but don't copy naman, guys, to the dot. Tweak na lang. Tweak it to your branding, change a few words, change the itsura. Basta, just get inspiration there. Next, okay, once you created all your photos, all your content, all your videos, you create now your social media calendar. So it's very important that you guys do this so that you'd be able to schedule all your content. So one of the benefits of social media is that you can schedule everything. Now you don't have to be, you have to post it at 10 a.m., that you have to wake up and post it at 10 a.m. There are a lot of social media management tools out there right now wherein you can already just schedule. So like I said, you can also batch schedule. So you sit down on it one day, and then lahat ng post mo for the rest of the month, you can already schedule kung ganun kakagaling. Diba? Para tapos na agad, and then automatic na lang siya, nag-schedule, nagpo-post na lang siya na nagpo-post. Yun. So here's a simple example of how you can schedule a post or your calendar. So let's say you have your three platforms there. So there's Facebook, there's Instagram, and there's YouTube. And then there's Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. So that's 1 week of content that you're gonna schedule. So for example, you want to post a YouTube video on Tuesday. Syempre, di ba, you want to put out teasers and then you want to put out content, photos na parang you launched it already. So there, you can post there on Facebook. On Monday, you can post a teaser of the video. And then on Tuesday on Instagram, when you've launched it already, you can also post a launch photo. And then there are also there the inspirational quotes. So on Instagram, you post it on Sunday. On Facebook, you post it on Saturday. Engagement posts, BTS, and so on. So Erika, I can see parang paulit-ulit lang to, pero iba-ibang araw on Facebook and Instagram. So why is that? So it's that. It's like that because we want to, in my experience, we want to maximize the attention that a certain collateral is getting, a certain photo is getting. Kasi sayang naman, pinaghirapan mo din yan. So we maximize the attention. So for example, on Instagram, they see that yesterday, and then on Facebook, they see it the following day. So that content gets 2 days worth of attention from different audiences on Instagram and Facebook. Para at least we get to maximize it. Goes with the other content there. So that is also, you can also do that by medyo advanced. But you can also do that by recycling your content if you've heard of it already, guys. So if, for example, you posted this month or this week, you can again recycle that same content by posting it again in the future by just tweaking it. Yan. So yun, basta always schedule lang and you're good to go. So I guess a good scheduling tool that I'm using right now, pwede ba sabihin? So I would recommend Planoly. So that for me is very, very easy and to use, and my team can use it as well. Sabay-sabay kami. So sometimes they just schedule it already there and then papacheck nila sa akin there already. Another app that I would like to share with you guys is Unfold. Unfold is a free app, and it uploads your photos there, your current Instagram feed, and then you can also upload a new photo. So before you even post it on Instagram, you'd be able to see how it looks like on your phone. So if you think na, oh, this needs more editing, this doesn't look like it fits my feed, you can delete it, you can edit it before you even post it on Instagram. Yeah. Okay. So next, track, analyze, and optimize. So tapos na yung lahat, and now we have to evaluate. Okay, evaluate whatever it is that we have made because we want to know if effective ba siya, diba? Because how will you know that you're able to succeed in your plan if hindi mo na check kung ano yung your metrics, if you met your goal. So there. So how to measure it? So these are examples of metrics to measure. Conversion rate, ilan yung bumili based on your post, time spent on the website, and then your reach, how many people saw your post, brand mentions, how many reposted or mentioned you, and then sentiments or feedbacks, and also the total shares. So these you can easily see on Facebook, on Instagram, then sa back end of your app. Explore it, guys. Hindi ko na siya madi-discuss. Pero yeah, it's all there. It's all there. And whatever it is na you set kanina dun sa goal planning, sa goal setting, di ba, we also mentioned there how to measure it. So there, yun yung titignan nyo. And always remember, this is trial and error. So how would you be able to know which content works if you're not gonna try it? And then, so try lang kayo ng try, post lang ng post. And basta as long as it's It's with your branding as long as it's for your audience. And then eventually, as you keep on evaluating, as you keep on checking all your posts, you will see there, you'll find a pattern. You'll see which posts works and which doesn't. And of course, dun sa mga nag-work, you create more of the same theme or kung ano man yung medyo itsura niya. And you figure out also why that post worked for your audience. Okay? So yeah, so it's a constant work in progress that you have to change when necessary. Almost done. So there, so people do not buy goods and services, they buy relations, stories, and magic. So social media is very, very powerful when used well. And always remember that hindi na gumagana ngayon yung magpo-post ka lang ng magpo-post ng, ng items, tapos mabebenta na sila lahat. So people right now, people nowadays, they really want to know the story behind it. They want to know more about your brand. They want to know more about you. Kaya nga, uso yung mga reality TV, di ba? So yun, so there. So through the posts that you make, through the content that you make, be sure that you tell your story. Don't be afraid to show the BTS. Kahit na you think na, oh, but I'm just one person pa lang, wala pa akong team. It's okay, it's totally fine because people would love to see that. People would love to see how you do your product, how you do your services behind the scenes. And yun, at the same time, you'd be able to inspire them as well. So there, yeah. So that's the end of my presentation. I hope you guys learned something. If I have an assignment for you guys. So I want you to make your social media calendar. And I know na you have to go through all the steps to get there. But if you want me to check your work, just feel free to message me on Facebook and Instagram, and I would be glad to give you tips on it. So yeah.